y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex with the Creative Llama. If you see the red live box above my head, that means I'm live. But if you don't see it, you are just catching the replay. And if you are catching the replay, make sure you put hashtag replay down in the comments. It has been a crazy busy morning around here. Lots of stuff going on. I have been going since about 7:30 this morning, and I wanted to hop on and do a quick chalk project with y'all before First Dibs Friday tonight. So when y'all are jumping in, say hey. Let me see if I can find my live really quickly, and then I'm going to get this shared over into the broadcast channel. We're going to do a quick project. We're not going to be on too terribly long, but I just want to come in and hang out for a little bit. Oh, that's not what I meant to do, but here I am. So as y'all pop in, say hey. We are going to do these 3D Christmas trees. I've been dying to make these, and I'm not quite sure what color scheme I'm going for. I know for a fact I'm going to use the damask pattern, okay? We've used this one a couple of times. We're for sure going to use the damask pattern, but I'm trying to decide the color of my trees. So I want to do the damask pattern, I think, in Nominee. I think that's what I want to do. And I was thinking of doing, like, taking Ivy. Where did I put it? Oh my gosh. Using Ivy. So as y'all are popping in, say hey. The keyword is tree, T-R-E-E. That'll get you the supply list. But I'm trying to find my Nominee. So maybe we won't use Nominee. Oh, right here. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Linda. So I think, what do we think about that? Should we do Ivy? What color should our tree? Perfect, Michelle. Just let me know, girl. I have not sat down and done invoices. I've been shipping since about 9 o'clock this morning. And I still have a lot more to ship, but the mailman already came. So I thought, let me jump on a live real quick and do something with y'all. So I'm trying to decide what color. Should we go red? Should we do green trees? Probably. All right, we'll just paint an Ivy, and then we'll decide if we want... We'll decide what color we want to chalk in, okay? So I'm going to use Ivy, very pretty green. Now, these are the Chalk Couture 3D trees. They're really cool because they just slip in together like so. And I threw away, y'all, today's been a crazy morning. I'll tell y'all here in a second why. But this is what they're going to look like, okay? So comment the word tree. They're on the Chalk website. They're really, really thin, really lightweight, all of that. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, enough of me yapping. Let's start painting. So we're just going to go in and we're going to use a paintbrush and we're going to paint our trees. Perfect, Melinda. I can read. Perfect, Melinda. Like I just said, I haven't gone in and done any invoicing yet for it. The mailman just came, or he just left. So I thought, let me jump on a live really quickly, do a quick project with y'all. And then I'll see y'all later tonight for First Dibs Friday. Hi, Dawn Ladd. Hi, Diane and Miss Lynn. So that's why I sent out the message this morning, because I've had a lot of people message me asking me if I've sent out the updated invoices. I haven't. So I woke up this morning. I had an 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. appointment. Luckily, it's literally right across the street from where I live. So I went and did that. I went and grabbed myself something to eat. Then I came home. I started up the laser, and I've been shipping. I've shipped out about 25 or 30 orders, and I have more to ship tonight. But while I was doing that, Thomas went to go get wood, and we're cutting new wood because we're out of wood already. And then I was trying to find stuff to do a quick live with y'all, and I need an invoice. So there's no sitting down and being lazy today. We've got things we have to do today. So it's a busy day around here. I hope y'all's Friday is going fabulous. All right, so we are going to paint the front and the backs of these because you are going to see the front and the back since they're 3D, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that one right there, and we're just going to paint the next one. Ooh, aloe. Diane, you're right. Aloe would be pretty. I thought about using acrylic paint, but I wanted to use all chalk stuff today. Oh my goodness, Miss Cheryl. Hope everything's okay. Hopefully it's just routine. Hi, Tracy. So as they're popping in, say hey. Our keyword is tree. These are the Chalk Couture trees. But what I wanted to talk to y'all about is if you are not a Perks member, you need to become one because you save 30% off of everything as far as chalk goes. But there's a new Perks member kit. They do this not very often, but there's a new Perks member kit where you can get like $250 worth of stuff for like $60. So, I've had a couple of people who have quit or canceled their perks and signed back up to get the kit, and I'm going to show y'all what's in it. Have y'all been seeing this around? I know other people have been posting about it, but it's like a little join special for Perks members and designers. So I'm going to show that to y'all here in just 1 second. I know, Maria, how dare I eat? Some people don't think I should. Some people think you've got stuff to do. You don't have time to eat. Which, in all reality, I haven't really... Thomas and I really haven't sat down to eat lunch at all this week. We've been so busy. Hi, Barbara. So, this is the tedious part, is we're going to have to paint both sides. But this green is covering quite nice. So, this is the color Ivy. You could use acrylic paint to paint this. Like Miss Diane said, she thought that aloe would be really pretty. Aloe would be gorgeous. Aloe would be absolutely gorgeous. All right, so that's 1, 2. I'm running out of room around here, but I've been dying to make these trees, right? And so I knew I had them. I come in here and the box that I think that they're not in there. So I'm tearing apart this craft room because it's so well organized. Not. And I'm frustrated. I'm like so mad at myself. I'm like, why do you do this to yourself, Alex? You lose everything. Because this happened earlier this week too. Same exact thing. But I ended up finding them in a different box. So here we are. We're crafting. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Wendy. I know, Maria. Everybody on here, I would say 99% of people on here are so awesome and so understanding and so, you know, chill about things. But there's just a small percentage of people who, you know, think I'm Amazon, and I am not. You know, I do have some help, but I still do probably, as far as like the cutting and shipping, I still probably do about 90% of it all by myself. So I'm going to be training someone to come in and help me because your girl needs help. I can't keep doing it. So it is an acrylic paint color. It sure is. All right, let's dry. We're going to dry these and then we're going to flip them and paint the other side. Now you could totally do the other side a different color so that way it looks a little bit like different every way you look around the tree. But I'm just going to keep everything the same. And I see some spots that I miss. Well, that's dry. But yes, aloe is a acrylic paint color. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Louise. Ooh, a pink Christmas tree. Becky, you need to. So, let me show y'all. I was talking to y'all about the Perks member stuff, right? So, Perks members, you spend $20, right? And you get that $20 back in a product credit each month to use towards a purchase. But you also get 30% off all your chalk stuff. Well, this month, or for a limited time, Chalk is offering a Perks member starter kit where you get $259 worth of product for $60. So let me show y'all. So you get the Merry Christmas, this transfer right here. It's a big 18 by 18. You get a rustic round, which is 16 inches. You get the Santa I Saw That, a fuzz cloth. You get green, white, black, red. You get the 2 brand new chalkboards. So this is, I think, around a 5 by 7, and this is going to be your 10 by 13. You get this transfer, and then this transfer that has 3. You get all of that for $60. So if you're already a Perks member, I've had, like I said, I had a couple of people who have quit or canceled their Perks and then signed right back up and got their kit. It's a great deal. Oh no, Lynn, you're totally fine. I understand because people don't want to miss their email. I don't have a problem with people messaging about it. I just, I got a lot of messages like in a really quick time span. So I thought, let me just make a video to let everybody know, like, I'm working on it. I haven't forgotten. You haven't missed it. It's me that you're waiting on. So, I realized I didn't really put that in the center, but that is the Perks member kit. So you get all of that for $60. So when you sign, if you cancel and then you sign back up as a Perks member, or if you become a Perks member, you spend $60 and get all of that, which is just amazing. All right, so my green does have some like streak marks in it, which I don't mind it because it kind of gives it a little bit more of a rustic or realistic look. Hi, Amelia. So I'm just going to turn this over and we're going to paint the back and then we're going to chalk on it. So should we chalk in white, vanilla, or nominee? Can you just join as a Perks member, or do you have to do the... No, you don't have to be a monthly. You don't have to do the club kit to be a Perks member. Maria, I don't think they expect people to, but there are people who do that. There's not a rule that says that you can't do that. There's no rule against it. And then if you want to do like the business side of things, so Perks member is really just for customers, for people who enjoy sitting down and crafting for themselves, right? Now there is like the designer, which is what I am. Now you don't have to go live and do all the things that I do. But there is like the designer part of it where you get 40% off all the product, and you get the starter kit for $50. So, wow, that's a great deal. You should try it, Miss Lisa. You need like, and the deal ends like in the next couple of days. So I do recommend, if you're thinking about it, try your chalk stuff and see what you think. All right. There's another one over here, but it's still drying. We're going to paint this one. So, white like snow, white. Hi, Brenda. So if y'all are just jumping on, we just talked about the new Perks member kit. I had somebody who quit. She just recently signed up too. She quit and then signed back up and got the kit. So, it's a great deal. Ooh, vanity would be so pretty. Oh, maybe we should do vanity. I don't like to do colors that y'all can't use, but vanity would be so pretty with this. What do y'all think? White, vanity, nominee. I think white would pop on here. It would pop big time. All right. And I'm making a huge mess. I am like the messiest painter. This is why I don't use paint brushes. Do y'all see all that paint and the crevices? We're going to have to wipe that off. Holy smokes, Alex Dawson. I got it everywhere. Vanity. Okay. I think my vanity's sitting on my kitchen table. So I might have to go grab it. Holy smokes, girl. I really just made a huge mess. All right, let's paint these. Can I show you the choices? Oh, like what comes in the kit, Lynn? Is that what you're talking about? Hi, Robbie. I saw that you messaged me, but I haven't had a chance to sit down and look. Today has been a little crazy. All right, so I'm painting my trees in Ivy. I really thought about painting these in like a pink color and doing, like Becky was saying, and then doing it like a nominee. Boone says hello. He's being rude. Lisa's sticking with the white. Oh, the UPS guy is coming, which means I believe my peanut stuff is coming. Maybe not. I can't remember what I'm getting. Miss Robbie, that order that we've been waiting on finally shipped, just so you know. Oh, the colors. Yes. Okay, I'll do that here in a second. Let me finish painting this, and then I'll give you the choices. Golly. This is everywhere. Probably be easier just to not put it in my hand and paint it, but you know, I like to make things a little bit more difficult on myself. It wouldn't be fun any other way. Okay. 2 more. We got the small trees. So the trees do come in a set of 2. And they're super thin and super lightweight. So these would be easy to store and to pack for the different seasons. Like once you're done decorating for Christmas, or once Christmas is over, super easy to store. But we're going to paint the small ones, and then we're going to chalk them. Now, you could absolutely just grab the trees and just paint them the colors that you want and not even add a pattern. But we're going to add the damask pattern. I just love that pattern. I think it's so pretty. I'm sorry. I need to change that. Michelle, thank you for saying that. I will change that. I know. I was thinking the nominee. That's what I was thinking. But we'll pull out the choices, and then I'll see what all of y'all think. I need to change that boo message. I even looked, Michelle, to see like what message you were getting, and I could not figure it out. So that will help me, because I have to look up the keyword, but like boo is part of boon, and so I was like, boon's not a keyword. I like went back in your comment, and I tried to figure it out. No, that makes sense. It's boo, not boon. All right. We're going to move that over. Let's wipe up our table. Y'all hit the heart button for me. We use the color Ivy, which that's a really perfect green color. You could, like I said, you could paint the trees in whatever color scheme. There's a really pretty picture on the chalk website with it in candy apple with bright white on it, and it looks really pretty. I also think like eucalyptus and silver would be pretty. Really any color scheme. All right, throw that there because my trash can still isn't back in here. Yay, Melinda, that was fast. That was fast, girlfriend. Okay, so we can chalk. So we're going to use the damask pattern on them, okay? It's this pattern. You can use any pattern you want to. You could even just use whatever transfer you want to. We're going to use this pattern. So should we go nominee? I'm going to have to go grab Vanity here in a second. Bright white. Okay, let me go grab Vanity if it's still over here. It show is, and we have Vanity, which is like a rose gold color. So, which one? Vanity, white, or nominee? It was very fast. Not like the last few times you've ordered before, or the couple times ago when you ordered, it took like 3 weeks. And you don't live very far from me. All right, let me wipe off all this green. I went and got my nails done this morning, y'all. I felt human again. That's just something, that's like the one thing I do for myself is I go and get my nails done every 2 weeks. All right, well, let me dry. Sorry, I thought my phone was ringing. What do y'all think? All right, I'm just kind of touching up in some areas. We could do one tree in Nominee, one tree in Vanity. Now, Vanity is not available anymore. This was gone September 15th. So you won't be able to grab that. Hi, Gloria. Miss Gloria, I'm going to be sending you a link to your invoice for your stuff today. White. It's like 1, 1, and 1. Oh, rude. White. Let me get this dry, and then we're gonna wax it. Hi, Linda. Let's wax it here in just a second. Put that there. We need these to be completely dry before we chalk on them. And I'm trying to decide what color I want. I don't know. White would be pretty. Hi, Robin. All right. We're gonna wax. I know. I think I want to use Vanity. White would be pretty too. All right. We're gonna wax. We're gonna wax all 4 sides, or both sides on each tree. Okay. I do have my new wax. Okay, I always recommend if you're going to get a new wax, just grab a new wax applicator. They're $3 and you don't have to sit there and wash it over and over and over again. You can wash these, but I have found you have to wash it like 4 or 5 times, at least with mine, to get it nice and clean. And it's just a lot of effort for such a small little thing. Nominee. I think we might do 1 Nominee and 1 Vanity. I like the white. White would be pretty. I'm not opposed to the white. I just think I want to do a metallic on here. Now, someone was saying that you could get these trees and make them up for every holiday. Absolutely. There's Boone. Yeah, it's all personal preference. There's no like right or wrong. It's whatever you want to do. All right, we're gonna do the small trees in Vanity. So I'm gonna see. I think soak in boiling hot water with soap. Ooh, okay, that's smart. Look at you being so smart, Miss Maria. Teaching us things around here. That's a great idea. Y'all, he's on my nerves too today. But I wanted to go live. Well, I wanted to do a project with y'all, right? But Thomas is going to start cutting wood here in a little bit, and that takes a couple of hours, and it's a lot of in and out of the house. Plus, my friend Shelly, Haley's wife, is going to come over and help Thomas with that. And so I wanted to go live before the front door opens and closes and slams and opens and all of that, because that happens a lot when they're cutting the wood. They have to come get the battery. The battery to the saw dies after so many. They bring in the new sheet. So, all right. So this is the color of Vanity. This was this color of the month. If you didn't grab it, I'm so sorry, but this color is gorgeous. Okay. But yeah, I wanted to do a project. I didn't want to just do First Dibs Friday for a live. I wanted to come on and do something with y'all. And I know I've kind of overwhelmed y'all a little bit with the cutouts this week. Y'all loved this week's cutouts. And so I just wanted to do some chalk stuff with y'all. It's been a while since we've done... It's been a while since we've done just an all chalk project. And holy smokes. Look at that. Oh, that is gorgeous. Oh my God. I'm obsessed. Okay, so I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to push down and we're going to chalk. What do y'all think about that vanity on the green? Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Okay, y'all need these trees. You need to become a Perks member, get your new Perks member kit for $60, and then go grab these trees and you get 30% off. So I think they're like, I think they're normally $15 retail and you can get them for a little over 10. You need them. Y'all need these. Yep. It is going with the green. Oh my gosh, this is so gorgeous. I'm obsessed. Look how pretty that is, y'all. Oh, that is gorgeous. All right, I'm going to clean this really quickly. Then we're going to dry those and we'll turn them over and we'll do the back. So pretty. So pretty. Now, if you don't have vanity, if you have shimmer rose gold, which is no longer a color, but if you have that one, that would work for this too. So shimmer rose gold, it might not be as like bright and shiny, but rose gold will work on this too. What do y'all think about the vanity on the green? Do y'all like it? Yay or nay? Tell me. All right, let's dry. But we are having First Dibs Friday tonight. So if you aren't sure what First Dibs Friday is, it's just kind of in its name. It's first dibs on some exclusive cutouts. So there's only going to be so many of each. We have 2 new cutouts every Friday. They're limited quantities, and it's going to be the first come, first served basis. And they're usually smaller pieces. And so that will be, we'll go live around 6:30 p.m. tonight, showing y'all First Dibs Friday. So make sure you're in the broadcast channel so that way you get the alert. It almost looks like a tinge of gold. Like, I'm really curious to see how these look next to the nominee. Oh my gosh, these are gorgeous. You need these. Y'all need to go grab these trees. I'm telling you. I want to go buy a bunch of these and do them for all the different holidays and seasons. Because, like, I'm thinking Easter, like Easter colors. Light blue and pink. Valentine's Day. Winter. You could do winter trees. You could paint them white and chalk them with ocean mist. Or paint them ocean mist and chalk them with cadet or silver. Oh my gosh, I love these. I'm gonna have to go buy more of these. Yep. All right, here we go. Other side. Now, you could totally do the other side in a different pattern and a different color if you wanted to. I'm gonna keep mine all the same, okay? But you do what you want. I think buffalo cloud would look pretty on these. I mean, really any pattern. I'm back. Sorry, y'all. I was getting a phone call. You know, no one ever calls me until I go live. No one ever calls me until I'm live. And then it's like, everybody wants to talk to me. Ooh, the bow club pattern. Ooh, or this month's club would be really pretty. Do y'all want to see next month's club? I already got it. Do y'all want to see next month's club transfer? Some of y'all may have already seen it. I know other people have already did sneak peeks with it. But I have, hi Kathy, I have next month's club. But this month's club was the plaid that I used on the Acorn House earlier this week. That project didn't turn out the best, which is fine. They're not all winners, you know, that's okay. But I really liked that one. And then the next month's club is really cute too. They've been doing a good job with the club the last few months, I will say. Yes, okay. All right. There's that side. We're going to put this over here. We're going to clean this, and then we are done with the vanity. So I'm going to close this up, and then we are going to do the other set of trees. Now the other set of trees is a little bit bigger than this transfer, so we are going to have to pick it up and move it. So it is going to require a little bit more work, but I really like the damask pattern. Who has snagged this damask pattern? Has anybody grabbed this pattern yet? All right, turn it over. We're going to clean the back. I somehow got some paper on the back for some reason. That's okay. Didn't affect the screen, so we are good. Ah! Just wiping up all that extra water. I really like the metallics because it doesn't get like that shit. Like if you use shimmer, sometimes shimmer like leaves like the grittiness of the actual shimmer that's in it on top, and I just don't like the feeling of it. And then the shimmer gets everywhere. Haven't used it. I love this pattern. I don't know. It is old school, right? It is old school for sure. All right, let me dry this. It's still a little wet, and we're going to go in and we're going to use Nominee. Okay, so let me dry this. Get all that extra water off. And then so this is a repeating pattern. So I'm going to do the title on the right. Remind me of that if I forget. Okay, and we're just going to do the best at lining this up right there. Okay, we're going to push down, making sure there are no air bubbles. But this month's club, hold on. I'll show you the colors first. Okay. So here are the colors. It's bright white and shimmer crimson. So that's going to come in next month's club. And if you know what it is already, don't say anything. If you already know what this month's club is, based off of that, what do y'all think it's going to be? What do you think the theme is? For it with those blank arches. Ooh. I can't wait to see. All right, here we go with Nominee. Based on the colors, what do you think is in the club? Now, like I said, if you already know what it is, please don't spoil it. We're gonna play a little game. We're gonna chit chat. Candy canes. Ooh, I like that guess. Santa or a cardinal candy cane. Oh gosh, now y'all are getting a message I aren't supposed to. Sorry. Halloween. It is not Halloween. I can tell you that. It's not even fall themed. All right. Do y'all want to see the accessory that comes with it? Stocking. That's so pretty too. Gosh, that's so gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna dry the top part up here because we're gonna connect it. Snowman, peppermints. Okay, let me show you the surface. Okay, there's the surface. That's a big hit. That's a big hit. Peppermint candies, Santa. Okay, that's dry. Any guesses off of the surface? Hi, Sharon. Okay. Dry that. Santa's Workshop, gingerbread cardinals, gingerbread houses. So they're ornaments. And here is the transfer. And y'all, I have so many ideas for this. This one is called Gingerbread Houses. So this is next month's club transfer. You can only get this in October as a club member or a designer, okay? So it is a set of ornaments. There's 4 ornaments in there. I've got several ideas for this guy already and several different cutouts. So I'm excited about it. I think it's going to be fabulous. All right, we're going to do the same thing. So what do y'all think about the next month's club? Are y'all excited about it? I think it's very versatile. I think you can do a lot of different things with it. I'm excited. I know, and a lot of y'all have been asking for gingerbread stuff. So, and I might do some like, ooh, I have some really pretty gingerbread ribbons that I bought last year that I might offer to my club members to snag as like little club embellishment kits. So a long time ago, I used to do club embellishment kits where I would do ribbons, beads, picks, greenery, all sorts of stuff like that. I don't know why I ever got away from it. So I'm kind of thinking I might offer that to my club members only. There might be like an exclusive something cutout too. I don't know. So if you're not in the club, you need to go grab this month's because it's really cute. It's a perfect pattern. And then you'll be ready for next month. Hi, Pat Hill. All right, we're going to dry this part up here. We're going to connect it, and then I'm going to clean this, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Yes, hold on, Lisa. It's this one. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do this next month is an embellishment kit and potentially like an exclusive cutout for my club members only. So you would have to be a club member with me to grab it. So I don't know. I gotta play with that idea. All right, lift that up. There is tree number 1. Okay. Let's clean this. Yeah, so like I used to, this was like 3 years ago with club. I would do embellishment kits, so different beads, ribbons, different surfaces, a napkin bun, like it would maybe include like a napkin for decoupaging. I would do all sorts of things, and I just, for some reason, I stopped. I think like, cause sometimes the club designs weren't that great. And I feel like the last like 3-4 months, they have been great club transfers. Like I love the designs. So that might be something we start back up. Thank you. So if you're not a club member, go sign up, but become a Perks member first. Grab your $60 Perks member kit. It has $250 worth of product in it. You get it for $60. And then you get 30% off of everything else. Plus, I give my Perks members 20% off my Lifestyle Sunday items on cutouts. So, just a little way for me to say thank you for picking me to sign up with. And if you want to sign up, the link is in the message when you comment the word tree. So, all right, then we're just going to take the back, wipe this up. But this is pretty clean. We're going to continue with the next tree, and then we are going to be done. Okay? Here we go. Push that down. But I'm excited about that club. I am excited. We're probably going to use that quite a bit. I don't know, Kimmy. I don't know. I'd have to look at my club member list and see. I can look. I can at least look to see if you're with me. I don't know if you're under someone else, but we can absolutely take a look. Okay. Now this would be a lot easier if this pattern was just a little bit bigger. I'm gonna take away a step, but we're making it work. Hi, Melinda. Okay, we're gonna dry. Maybe. There we go. We're gonna dry right here. We'll connect it, and then we will turn it over and do the back side and the same thing, and then we're gonna be done. And then I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna go invoice. But this has to be dry before I can connect it. Okay. Right here. Okay. All right, lift that up. We're gonna dry it and then flip it over. These are so pretty, y'all. So pretty. Okay. Dry, turn it over. Oh! Look what I did. Look what I did. Hold on. We can clean it. We can clean it. My silly self wasn't paying attention. That's still a little wet too. It's not dry. Durr, Alex, make sure it's dry. It's still a little damp. Oh, Alex. All right. Now we're going to turn it over. We're going to wipe this off. And it's fine. The transfer is going to cover it up anyways. Here we go. So I'm not cleaning it. We're just gonna make do with how it turns out. It's gonna be great. Thank you for sprinkling. Okay, y'all, hit that heart button for me. Comment the word tree. Go grab your trees because these are so cute. I think I want to do another set in like bright red. All right. Get this last little part up here. And we're gonna go through, pick up all that extra paste. Okay. Lift. Dry, and you can't even really tell where it was. We are so close to being done. We've got one last little step. We're gonna clean our transfer and then we'll put them together and that is it. We just need this to be dry right here. Okay. Line it up. Whoop. And cover it. Voila. And dry. All right, I'm gonna set this one over here real quick. I'm gonna let it keep drying. Let's clean this up really quickly and then we'll put them together. And then that is all we have for today's project. I will be live this evening. Thomas and I will be live this evening showing y'all First Dibs Friday. And shouting out those of you who order. If you want to order, we appreciate it. But the great thing about First Dibs Friday is those are all already cut. And all we have to do is just put them in a bag and ship them. So those ship within 24 hours if you order them tonight. So they are quick ship items. All right, dry this off. Y'all, we use this transfer for 6 times. So, and it's still good to go. We just need to clean it and it'll be reused again. We've used this transfer probably already 2 or 3 times. So that's why I didn't fuzz because I knew we were going to use it quite a bit. So there really wasn't a need to fuzz it. Okay, drying up all that, getting off all that extra paste that's on the back. Like so. Everybody's so quiet today. Y'all are at work. That's okay. All right. Back on the backer sheet, the white side to the sticky side. Hi, Angie. Around 6:30 p.m., Miss Lisa. 6:30 p.m. will be the time we go live for First Dibs Friday. Okay. Push that over here. Let's pull out our first set of trees. So we did this one in Vanity. At work now, I know. Some of y'all say that y'all sneak watching. So, I get it. I'll whisper. I gotta be smarter than the tree. I'm hungry. There we go. I'm hungry, so I'm a little shaky. Okay, it's a little tough because there's paint in the slot. So there's that one. Here's the little one. This one was done in Vanity. Okay, that one is done in Vanity. I'm gonna hit the dryer with this one really quickly. That's okay, Angie. Let me look and see how much these trees are. So we're gonna go tree. So these trees are normally retail $15, but if you're a Perks member, you get them for $10.50. That's a deal. That is a deal. Okay, so same thing here. If there's paint in this slot, it's going to be a little tough to push together, which if you watch the beginning, you know I definitely got paint in that slot. So that's why it's a little bit tough for me to get it set in there. Why is that one sitting like that? There we go. All right. And then this one is the gold, the nominee. Which one do y'all like more? The small one or the big one? Both with the same pattern, but just different colors. The gold is chef's kiss gorgeous. I think white would have been really pretty. You could paint your trees in whatever color scheme. So I want to buy another set of these. And my tree is like a champagne, pink, silver. I'm not normally a pink girl. But this is what I did last year. And so I kind of want to buy some trees and paint them maybe in vanity and then chalk them in white or frost. But these are quite a steal. So the set is normally $15, but if you are a Perks member, you get 30% off, making them $10.50. If you comment the word tree, you can go check it out. I highly, highly recommend, if you're not a Perks member, become one and sign up with the starter kit, because you get all of this, which is valued at $260. You get it for $60. So you're saving $200 on this kit. And it's going to be through chalk. And you get 30% off the trees. No, Miss Angie, I probably won't cut them. These are just, I can't really cut stuff that chalk has. So I might have a version, but not these are this size probably. So that is what we have. So I will be live later tonight. Thomas and I will be live later tonight, showing y'all First Dibs Friday. I'm going to go sit down and send invoices and all of that good stuff. So I will chit chat with y'all later. If you have questions about the Perks member kit, you can send me a message and I can help you with it. But if you are a Perks member, we've had a couple of people who have canceled their Perks membership, signed back up with me, and got their Perks member starter kit. Okay, it's such a deal. Plus you get the 2 new chalkboards, which I love those. Those 2 new chalkboards just came out last week or 2 weeks ago. So, all right, y'all, have a great rest of your day. I will see y'all tonight around 6:30 p.m. for First Dibs Friday. Go grab your trees, and I hope you'll have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye, y'all.